PK. Hi. I'm not supposed to say I'm scared because my comedian friend told me you already know that. So I'm not scared. He also told me to take the mic off. Does it come off? Did I just whisper in front of everybody? Anyway, I'll pretend I have it in my hand because he said it helps because we can't have props. So it's really hard to follow these people, you know, jumping off of cliffs with your two-piece bathing suit on and 20-foot cliffs, because I did that, but I came up, but I didn't have the top on, so, you know. And I have a picture of that humiliating moment of coming up from the water, and I also did with the loons, but nobody heard me when I was screaming at 5:30 in the morning when the canoe tipped over, and I was screaming, and nobody heard me. That was really, the loons swam around me, but nobody heard me. It's very hard to get up here after Golden Pond and penises. I don't really know where to go with this. I can do the drug thing, but whatever. What is it called? Disclaimer. I found out I do sidebars. I don't know what sidebars are, but people are saying, oh my God, you do sidebars. I had to look up sidebars. What the hell is a sidebar? So if I do sidebars, you know, clap, because I don't know what they are yet. But a disclaimer is I wear the same clothes every time I come up here. Cotton. I have a problem. Whoa, the other woman. I identify with so many of you. The adverse childhood experiences. I'm a childhood sexual abuse survivor. So adverse childhood experiences, it's ACEs, it's a report, and I'm like a walking billboard for it. You know, problems, physical problems, emotional problems, you might notice one or two of them. Drug problems, which I freely admit to because I'm in recovery freely and seriously. And the last, yeah, woo! That helped me, thank you. So last time when I did this, I kept doing, and then I saw myself, oh my God, you put us on YouTube. I saw myself on YouTube and I was doing, and I have a comedian friend, like I told you. He told me to take the mic. He's really cool. His name is Brian. Hi, Brian. Be proud of me tonight, please. He's a Facebook friend who I met in Philadelphia on a speaking commitment, and but we were allowed a podium and notes, and we really did good. But you guys, damn. I'm holding a stone. That's my prop, you know, like my energy stone. He's telling me, giving me all these ideas, and I'm listening to him because he's a successful comedian and he's my really good friend. No, he's not. He's a Facebook friend who I met in Philadelphia, and he said, you know, that's a funny bit. You could use that. I said, what's a bit? I am such a virgin at this, and sadly, other ways, but I'm a virgin at this, and I'm a childhood sexual abuse survivor. I do try to get it in because that's what I do for a living, and I don't talk about that. But then I heard all these other people talking about, you know, how they went to doctor school, and I'm like, why don't I talk about why am I doing these 20 pages of notes and forgetting what I'm writing anyway? I work really hard at being an advocate for childhood sexual abuse survivors, especially because my situation was a priest and two priests and a nun. And I was sex trafficked by these people. And they say that you get a lot of humor from your dark past. So you should be hysterical right now. I mean, I have a really dark past. I don't know where the future is going at this moment, but I know that I work really hard at this. And for some reason, I don't like to say it in front of you. I say, yes, I'm a child sexual abuse survivor. Maybe you can, you know, make sure that your child's protected. And that's about as far as I go. My story is really torrid. And I was kind of sabotaged from the very beginning with an alcoholic mother and an emotionally unavailable father. This was not my story. It never is when I get up here. And then the pedophile priest did not help at all. Rape, impregnation by 13. I mean, come on, that is not fair. And then a friggin' nun comes out of the woodwork at 15 and says, it wasn't his fault. He was a sick man. I thought, oh my God, someone's listening. And then she took me under her wing and took me into her bed and introduced me to alcohol and drugs, and sex, which is a very weird way to get introduced to these things. So I definitely have a wrap-up of dark history. And again, you should be hysterical right now. But I'm living through it, so I'm kind of happy. And I tell myself each time if I get up here, I get an A. I really don't care what anybody gives me a mark. That's not true. I do care. At your story slam the other night, I told a story that I didn't plan to tell again. And I said, all I want is that glass. They don't give you a glass at the York Story Slam. So I show my vulnerability. Like Oprah says, vulnerability is telling your truth regardless of how it's accepted. That is my curiosity to find, I don't really want to care. I'm not trying to find out how you accept me or the story. I'm curious whether I have the guts, the nerve, the growth, the integrity to start telling my story and start telling my truth. And if you laugh, you laugh. And if you cry, you cry. Because I've cried and I've laughed and I've done every kind. I did not do anything in the bathroom tonight. He said, do not do anything in the bathroom because you look like you're on crack. And I'm like in recovery. So next month, the story continues. Thank you very much.